Every year, I cave to the Girl Scout troops selling cookies outside the grocery store. Their sales tactics are just incredible. And hey, you better act fast because the cookie season is about to end shortly. But even when the cookie sales are over, Girl Scout troops continue to gain life skills, including exploring the world of agriculture. John Haig is a dairy farmer out of Dane, Wisconsin. He milks about 115 cows with his family, and they've been hosting Girl Scout troops on the farm for the past 5 years, helping these girls earn their dairy patch.
There was out in Oregon, on the West Coast, they were doing it, and that's where we kind of modeled it after. And when we first started this program, our intention was just to promote the dairy industry. But as we got going with it, we thought, well, this is a good opportunity to promote women in the dairy industry and the jobs they do.
So when they come out to the farm to learn about the dairy industry, to learn about careers in ag, what do they get to experience?
So we got it set up so that we have 10 stations, 5 stations in the morning, 5 stations in the afternoon. They're about 15 to 20 minutes long, and they rotate through them. And all these stations are led by just women in the careers that they are involved in. Showing that the Girl Scouts because typically Girl Scouts are urban kids. They don't have much experience with farms, and we want to show them that it is possible for women, even that don't have a farm background, that there are careers in the dairy and egg industries for them.
Now this year, you're hosting it again, April 12th on the farm. How many troops usually come out?
Normally we have about 40 to 45 troops, which is just a really nice size group to work with. And
what are their age ranges typically?
Typically, these are the younger, the third through 6th graders. So they're the younger kids. But it's a great time to get them to start thinking about what they want to do when they grow up.
Can you tell me about what some of the girls have said, or some of the feedback you've gotten that makes you want to do this year after year?
Well, in talking to the Girl Scouts afterwards, they say, I never thought that's something, that's really something I might be interested in. I just never thought about it before. So, and that's what just keeps it going every year then.
A lot of these students I've learned, they're interested in science or they're interested in natural resources, and they may not know that agriculture kind of encompasses all of those sciences.
Yes, so agriculture is all about science, whether it be the soil or the water. And even in high school classes, there's not a lot of difference between the science classes and the ag classes. So that's why, if we could just, these kids kind of change their mindset a little bit and, think about careers, in the ag industry.
Let's not forget they also get a farm tour, so they get to see the technology, the engineering, the animal husbandry that takes place on the farm.
Yeah, and that's one of the big parts about the whole day is the farm tour at the end. And and we milk with robots, so they think that when they see how the robots operate and to milk a cow, and it's just like, wow, I never thought that was possible.
A great experience for the girls, and John loves hosting it on the farm. The Girl Scout Dairy Patch Program. Roughly 40 troops will be on John Haig's farm this weekend to learn about careers in the agriculture industry and see an operating dairy farm up close and personal. A glass of milk does go well with a sleeve of Thin Mints. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Stephanie Hoff.